Hey guys, welcome to HipHughes History. Are you ready to dance? Because I'm ready to teach you how to dance and how to remember some American foreign policy. So stick around, giddy up, let's go. Put your dancing shoes on. Alright guys, so this is absolutely ridiculous. And what we're going to try to do for you is at least to get you to be able to categorize major American foreign policy. So there's a series of 9 dance moves. It's ridiculous. And as I show you each dance move, we'll talk a little bit about that category. See if we can't get you guys to kind of understand the big theme of American foreign policy. So giddy up, let's go. Alright, so the first move is the isolationism move. You can see me doing it here, right? And I'm kind of putting my fingers around me like I'm an island, and that's kind of geography, right? That the United States is like an island. North America, the Western Hemisphere, is completely separated by oceans from Europe. So that allows us, and Washington says this at the farewell address, to stay away from Europe. I kind of point sometimes as I'm doing that to signify we'll stay away from you, you stay away from us. And that's my dance move number 1. And that should really take you all the way up to 1823. And the second most incredibly ridiculous move, which is the lifting of the leg, which I call the dog piss move. And you can see me doing it here, it's really grooving. And the concept in 1823 is that kind of like the United States takes a leak in Latin America. And the dog piss idea, excuse my language, but the dog piss idea is kind of like the warning concept that we're telling Europe that this is our side of the globe, we want you out of our affairs, and this eventually is going to blossom into the Roosevelt corollary, which is in a different category, but that concept that we're going to protect our hood, that this is our side of the globe. So there's your second move. You do kind of the dog piss move. Start rubbing your belly, baby. That's right, because now you're doing imperialism. And of course the concept, Civil War, right after the Civil War up to about 1900s, early 1900s, is that the United States is hungry. That's why we're rubbing our belly. We're not just cray-cray. And by rubbing our belly, we're signifying that we're not only hungry for raw materials for our industry, capitalism is going to breed this effect, but we're also in need of new markets. Capitalism, again, breeding that effect. So Hawaii, Alaska, the Spanish-American War, the Panama Canal, the Roosevelt corollary, the concept of the United States kind of imperializing around the world for its own need. And that's really important that I just said that, for our own need. I'm not approving of this policy, but all of these policies serve the United States and our self-interest. So if you're writing an essay, if you're a kid in school, start off with that. Say, before we talk about anything, everything the United States does, and in fact everything every nation does, is to serve its own self-interest. So there you go, you got dance move number 3. We're rubbing our belly, we're rubbing our belly. And then you go into the turtle. That's right, folks. You can see the turtle. You just kind of stick your head over your hands. That concept of the United States burying its head in the sand as war breaks out. We're now right around 1914. The Archduke Ferdinand has been assassinated. World War I has broken out. And the United States is doing the turtle, that part of the dance where we pretend like we're neutral, we have nothing to do with this. And of course, it's much more layered, much more complicated. But then you'll see me in the dance kind of knock on my head. And this is the idea that we're going to be drawn out of that shell. This would be the sinking of the Lusitania, unrestricted submarine warfare, the Zimmerman note. There's lots of reasons why the United States goes to war in World War I, but then we come out and we start doing the fighting dance move, and of course this signifies World War I, and then I go back in the shell. We go back to the dance move of going in the shell. This is really the 1920s and the 1930s. And as, European appeasement starts in the 1930s with Hitler, and even as war breaks out in 1939 and the invasion of Poland, the United States is still doing the turtle. And we'll peek our head out. There's a little lend and lease. There's some other stuff going on in there. But the basic dance move concept is we stay in the shell until knock, knock, knock. Pearl Harbor, whatever it might be, is going to drag us out, and we're into World War II. We're almost done with our dance move, guys. World War II ends, 1945? And then I start doing the push it, baby, the push it. You can see me doing this dance move, which again is ridiculous. but it's the concept of containment. 1945 to 1990, our policy is dictated by, our fear of communism and communism spreading. So we're actually literally, in a sense, economically and militarily, trying to push the communism away, whether that's through the Marshall Plan, the Truman Doctrine, the Eisenhower Doctrine, the Berlin Airlift, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Korean conflict, the Vietnam conflict, brinkmanship, MAD, NATO. Oh my God, the vocab is just throwing up out of my mouth. But that's the concept. And then our last dance move, right around 1990, 1991, is Happy Cop. Happy Cop, baby. And this is kind of the New World Order concept, that we're the Superman, we're the only superpower left, and that it's our job, in a sense, to kind of police the world. Again, not approving, not approving, not giving opinion, but certainly you can see from our actions. United Nations conflict in the Persian Gulf War with the United States at the front of that. Somalia, Serbia, Bosnia, Haiti, rescue missions. The United States is out, in a sense, to act as a global power. Let's look at the dance moves in order. All right, so you start off with isolationism, do a little bit of isolationism and point to Europe, say, stay the hell away and we'll stay the hell away from you. And then I want you to do the dog piss. I want you to lift your leg up and I want you to think Monroe Doctrine. Warning, Europe, stay away from us, we getting big. And then you go rub your belly because you know that you're hungry. And being hungry is going to remind you of imperialism. In the late 1800s, raw material, desire for land and naval bases and new markets. And then we're going to do the turtle. We're going to do the turtle to signify American neutrality before World War I. We're going to do the turtle knock and pop out for World War I. Then we're going to go back to the turtle, baby. That's right, 1920s, 1930s, America stays neutral during the beginning of World War II until we get the turtle knock. We come out Pearl Harbor. We do the fight and we do the fight and we do the pushing. We do the pushing. This is containment, right? 1945 to 1990, 1991, containment of communism. Lots of great vocab in there. And then do your Happy Cop and New World Order and go into your 1990s concepts. That was ridiculous. But hopefully you learned something. And you're going to do further research. You're going to stick your head in a book and your brain is going to grow twice its size, no 3 times. Check out other links below down there in the description, guys. We got lots of the learning going on. We have 195, 200 videos. Lots of other EDU people down there making videos to wrinkle your brain. And you should subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you're doing it wrong. Because all that is necessary for evil to triumph in this world is for enough good men to do nothing. And if you don't subscribe, you'll be doing nothing. There you go, guys. We'll see you later. HipHughes is out. Study.